Hello, everybody. Welcome back to JC3 Cards and Collectibles. It's Charlie here with you with my buddy Stu. We are ready to go with a review of our racing sales this week. Every week we like to break down the sales of the week that was. It was a busy week here at JC3 Cards and Collectibles, and racing is a category that had a lot of activity. A new release this week, there was 2023 Topps Chrome Formula One released on Friday, I believe. And we participated in a hobby box break and tried to get that stuff listed as fast as possible. Still a few things out there to get listed. We've got some portrait cards here. Still got just a couple of rookie cards here to get listed. Some F2 Future Stars and a few of the refractors here, so you can see a little color. These refractors are what's left. Some car images. We got a Gunther Steiner, team principal, a Lewis Hamilton with a nice little umbrella here. Kind of Mary Poppins like, right? So yeah, it's been a busy week in racing for us. The start of the NASCAR season as well. Daytona this weekend. Of course, that was rained out and postponed to Monday afternoon. So a lot of interest in racing through the week. I actually mentioned I had a hobby box of Formula One and was excited because of the autograph. So you can see the excitement right here. Very excited when I got that box. However, a reminder that buying a box of cards is a little like gambling. You never know what that big hit is going to be. So you're guaranteed an autograph. That is absolutely true. I did get an autograph, but what I got for that autograph right here was an F2 driver that I wasn't very familiar with. So you never know if it's going to be a big hit or something not quite as exciting. So why don't we take a quick break and we'll be right back to review each individual racing sale for the week. See you in a minute. All right, welcome back. We are ready to dive into our auto racing sales for the week. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into that. I'll share my screen. There we go. So, that's what our sales in the sport categories looked like today, or for the week, I should say. Auto racing was one of our big three for the week, and I attribute that primarily to the release of that Topps Chrome 2023. Yes, 2023 Chrome, because the release schedule was delayed in 2023. That has become common the last couple of years, that there's 2023 releases that don't come out until 2024. So you can see auto racing was number 3 with 20% of all our sport card sales, followed by basketball at 13%. Those two often flip-flop on me. Sometimes basketball is a little ahead, sometimes auto racing is a little ahead. Just depends on what's going on. Basketball had a busy week as well with their All-Star weekend. So I would have thought it would have been a little closer, but I think the lure of that Topps Chrome Formula One release was just a little bit more. So it's got auto racing here at 20%. Good to see. And then we'll see that the F1 offering was a lot of what went out of our store this week. And that is to be expected, right? I don't know that there is. Oh, sorry about that. There is more of an offering to look at when you have a hot release out there. So here's a breakdown of what actually went out the door for auto racing this week. We can see we've got 9 cards there. Starting at the top left, we've actually got a legend of NASCAR here. We've got Cale Yarborough. That card went for $2. That was, a dollar box find at a card show. Made a tidy little profit on that. It did end up getting promoted. I have been listing that for a couple months now and finally switched it over to promoted. I usually do that after about 30 days. If a card doesn't sell, I'll add promotions on it. And that eventually moved this card for me at $2. Up next, we've got an Unleashed insert from Panini, a 2023 Panini Donruss Racing Unleashed holographic, serial numbered out of 199, Chase Elliott. I was able to sell that for $4.99. I'm a big fan of the Unleashed, the lions roaring in the background. They make these for multiple sports categories. And I like them in all sports. I pick them up as often as I find them. Just a really cool design. It's got that eye appeal that pops. So nice sale here as well. And then we have the king, Mr. Richard Petty. This one, I had a tough negotiator on it. I've had the card for a little bit, so I did end up going at a little bit less than I had been asking on this. So this is a 2022 Donruss retro 1981 blue serial numbered out of 199 for Richard Petty. Not the rarest card, certainly a little more limited than a base card with 199, but I let that one go for $2.50 this week. I think I was asking closer to $4. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you just gotta move on, accept an offer for a card, go ahead and sell that and make room for something else in your store. So that's what I did here with Richard Petty. And plus I have some other Richard Petty items that I know I'll continue to make some good sales with that. So every once in a while, it's good to let one go, let the buyer feel like they won on that transaction. And that's what I did here. So, all right, up next, we've got a Lewis Hamilton Ray Wave. A couple of Lewis Hamiltons sold this week. Both of them from 2022 Topps Chrome. Both of them black and white Ray Wave refractors. So you've got Lewis Hamilton in the car with the Union Jack flag for the UK here. And then that same buyer also bought this. This is technically not a portrait shot. It's not the studio shot. This is an on-track, in-action, candid photo. So this is Lewis Hamilton waving to the crowd. Again, that black and white Ray Wave. I was able to pick up a bunch of these for a really good price at a card show a while back. I like the black and white Ray Wave. I think they're kind of cool looking. I pick them up when I find them. Both of these sold with an offer initiated by the seller. And since they were doing a multi-card buy, I accepted that. And they went for $2.69 each. Then we have one of the new Topps Chrome releases from our hobby box this week. We've got Danny Ricciardo down here in the lower left. This is a 2023 Topps Chrome Formula One Fuchsia Lava Parallel, numbered out of 250. Danny Rick drives for AlphaTauri, and I sold that for $19.99. Nice, clean, just under $20. I can send that eBay standard envelope. It's got a cool design. I'm not a huge fan of the pink, but I like the wave refractors, and you can see that a little bit in there. They call that the lava because it's not a clean wave line. It's kind of squiggly. Squiggly, that's a technical term. Stu is familiar with squiggly. So that was a nice sale for $20. And then we move on to one of the legends in the set. And there was a lot of excitement for this because it's the first set in a while that this legend has been placed in. 2023 Topps Chrome Legends checkered flag parallel down here in the bottom row of Ayrton Senna. This was not serial numbered, but I do like the checkered flag parallels. I think that's absolutely appropriate for racing titles. That I was able to sell for $9.99, so essentially $10 on that card. That takes us over here to another Daniel Ricciardo. This is a driver of the day shot of him, and it is in the purple refractor, numbered out of $3.99. I sold that for $5.99, so a clean $6. So I talk about portrait versus action shots and cars in F1. This is what I'm talking about. So if we go back to the previous Danny Rick card over here in the corner, that is what we call the portrait shot. So you can tell he's in a studio. There's a photographer directing him. He's had a moment to pose for the picture. He's got the helmet shot under his arm. It's like our classic football photos in high school, right? And then over here, this one, he's kind of he's maybe just leaning against a car, getting out of a car, but he's in an unnatural pose. Just a little bit different. And collectors typically go for the portrait cards first, and these after. So still a nice sale for $5.99. And then our last auto racing card for the week, down here in the bottom right, I really like these parallels. They're a little bit trickier to get a good picture, but they sure are cool looking. This is a 2023 Topps Chrome F1 Mini Diamonds parallel, serial numbered at a $2.99, and the driver featured is Alexander Albon from Williams Racing. You can see all the little mini diamonds. There are hundreds, maybe I would say hundreds. I don't think we reach 1,000,000 on these little tiny mini diamonds. They've got a good color reflection. You can see this band of green and orange and yellow coming through. And what's also nice is the driver image of Alexander here with kind of the tousled hair and sunglasses. He pops out of that, but the background has the nice refractor diamond look. And I think that is just sharp. I'd like to see more of that. I made that sale for $6.99. So pretty solid week. Not a huge amount of cards, but pretty nice price points on those because of the excitement about Topps Chrome this week and the hype cycle of that really is what I would say. You got a lot more people looking for it, surfing for it, and willing to buy because they can't get it anywhere yet. So they jump out there, and here you go. You got some nice Topps, high quality Chrome cards that are available. So it was a pretty hectic week with 2 new releases. Led to a lot of late night listing sessions. Actually brought us a new member of the JC3 family here. This is Fink. So this is a dumpster on fire. It's a dumpster fire. And on the front, it says, "This is fine." With our dog Fink here on that. So we call him Fink because my son, the first time he saw this, he thought fine said Fink, and he called it Fink. And I thought that's actually a pretty suitable name for our buddy drinking his coffee during the dumpster fire here. He monitors some of the stuff with Stu. We actually, pretty soon we're going to turn into, a little playhouse where we've got a bunch of characters and they're taking over. So Stu and Fink watching out for what we're doing. We've also got Bender the Duck here someplace. He helps us out a little bit. We've got all kinds of fun and craziness here at JC3. But that does not take away from a great business selling cards. It's lots of fun. We get to see a lot of cards, experience a lot of cards, and then help a lot of cards get to their forever home. So I hope you enjoy looking through the cards we move. We know it's a lot of fun for us to share it with you. Up late, up early. It's all because we enjoy this hobby and the business of helping others in the hobby. So until next time, we'll see you again. This is me and Stu saying